Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Lord, let me tell y'all. Y'all come on in. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in today. Y'all come on in real quick. Oh my God, it has been a day, has been a day. Come in, 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 come in. People calling out. Tasha K done got called out down here at the Diddy Trial. What's up? What's up? What's up? We back. We back. We back. I'm sure y'all done found some other creators to go get the news from today. Y'all, I had to hold on. I had to go to Verizon. I had to leave court a little earlier to go to Verizon, and I'm back up here at the courthouse. And I did get a lot of notes. We did go on break around uh, maybe like 11 or noon or something like that. And let me tell you something, Mr. Mark Agnafilo, he up there doing his thing. Like he really trying to bring Sean Diddy Combs home. Now listen, I'm about to drop an interview in a few moments. I just did I just did an interview with a young lady by the name of Latoya Chantel. She is Carl Thomas's baby mom. She called him out again, and she also called out Tasha K because Tasha K was talking shit about her while after Latoya had went on Kendra G's show to kind of discuss that she didn't like the way Tasha K did the interview. Okay, and so she just cussed Tasha K clean the fuck out right out here at the Diddy Trial. And I did an interview with her. I'm going to put it up as soon as I get off. But, Tasha K called her all types of names, dirty this and dirty that, baby. And now let me tell you something. She read Tasha K down to the ground. So we're going to put that up here. Um, well, when Diva too, I didn't get that she didn't seem crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? So, but make sure y'all share the live, thumbs up the video. Let me just give y'all a little bit about what went on in the courtroom on today with Mr. Agnafilo. He is the attorney for Sean Diddy Combs. Okay. Um, she read Tasha K down. So first of all, Mr. Agnafilo, he started today's trial basically. Started his closing arguments basically by saying that there were several different trials happening in this courtroom, and he started listing, different types of uh, trials that it was. He said you got um, the trial that's told from prosecutors, and the trial that's told by the evidence, and the trial that's told by this, and the trial that's told by that. So, he basically just talked about how the prosecutors put on a false trial, basically saying that they are trying to turn, relationships and swinging type stuff into racketeering, and that's not what it is, okay? He said this trial is about a lifestyle, threesomes and swinging, whatever the jury wanted to call it. And he said that the prosecution exaggerated this case with several different false trials, okay? All talking about this one trial. Thomas City Hiller, I talk about what I want to talk about on my show. Ho, if you don't like it, you can bounce your ass up out of here just like you bounce your ass up in here. Let me go ahead and block you. Don't worry about it. I talk about what I want to talk about. Diddy. I can talk about Tasha K. I'll talk about your raggedy ass. So don't come up here with that bullshit today. Leave me alone. I'm already pissed off. Okay, let me go ahead and get you up out of here. I'm not finna deal with y'all bums today. I just can't. I just don't have time to deal with you bums today. I just don't. Have a good day. Okay? Go drink some sewer water. Have a good day. Don't come over here with that bullshit because I'm not the one. Not one of them. Got the people looking at me like I'm damn going crazy. I'm not one of them. Okay, don't bring your ass up in here, Scooby Doo. Get your ass back on your CITI bike and ride on up out this bitch, all right? So, anyways, the prosecution said that Mr. Agnafilo said that the prosecution exaggerated this case, okay? He said that the evidence shows that Diddy has become, well, basically he was talking about how Diddy has become a man that it is hard to become. And, a lot of people was like, well, and then some people was like that. But he was basically saying that Sean Diddy Combs is a self-made black billionaire, and that this is about nothing more than money. This is all that it is about. Everybody wants money, including the prosecutors, okay? Because they want to seize his stuff if he's found guilty, okay? Now, he talked about how one person came in the courtroom and said being with Diddy was like going to Harvard Business. He talked about another person coming in the courtroom talking about being with Diddy was like drinking out of a fire hose. He was like, being with Diddy, people were saying that they learned so much, okay? He said that the witnesses that all came inside the courtroom to testify, okay, against Sean Diddy Combs, they all didn't like him, but they all loved him, okay? Um, he said they couldn't do without Diddy. Even mentioning one of them was suicidal when she had to leave. She said, "Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. Diddy, no, I want all the money." Okay. He also talked about how Cassie, sued Diddy for $30 million because she knew he had $30 million. Okay. But anyway, he says of everyone you could have. Okay, speaking about a guy named Derek Ferguson, he was bringing up to the jury that Derek Ferguson could have went anywhere to work, but instead he went to Bad Boy Records. Okay, he said that Derek said that no one else was hiring him from the Bronx, or whatever. Nobody was hiring, anybody like him, and so Sean Diddy Combs gave him a chance, and he was with Diddy for years. Okay. Mr. Agnafilo talked about how Diddy changed people's lives. He talked about how Diddy was already doing DEI at 24 years old, already hiring people of all backgrounds, all natures, and all ethnicities. Somebody said, "I just want to ask you from your opinion, do you think Diddy gonna get off?" I don't know. I'm gonna just say this. I keep hearing people say we already know this, what he's saying, but I don't think they understand that this is what he has to do. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's mind is different. Like, when you're talking to me, like, you literally got to I got to process it myself. So you're going to have to say it about 15 times. I'm like, what you say? Say that one more time, because I got to process it myself. And for the jurors, there may be people up there that don't get it as fast as the people that's saying, well, he's telling us we already know this. Tell us why he's not guilty. And I'm like, he's telling y'all why he's not guilty. The DA, the government is charging Sean Diddy Combs with this, and he's saying he's not guilty of that because this is not racketeering. This is relationship stuff. If me and somebody I'm in a relationship with decide to go pick up somebody off the street and say, hey, we want to have a threesome tonight, is that prostitution? You get what I'm saying? I just think that it's entertainment. Porn industry is entertainment. Freak offs is entertainment. It's not criminal. But that's what he's trying to relate to the jurors, right? Now, he also brought up, he said, nobody in this courtroom heard any of the witnesses take that stand and say that they was a part of a RICO, okay? He said it was all the 6 white ladies over there ready to take down another black man like Megan Kunis, always wishing a black man go to jail. We don't never see her at no white people trial. She always bringing her cockeyed ass, where black folks at, and can't even wearing that same ass suit with that eye. What's up? With that damn. So he said it was all the prosecution that said this was a RICO. He said that the false trial the prosecutors put on, okay? He said that was the first false trial that they did. He said that Diddy take care of people, and the prosecution called it coercion. I said, my God, you better lay the foundation, lay the foundation, lay the foundation, lay the foundation. I was caught like a leaning branch. Y'all, this wind it ain't doing too good up out here today, okay? Get this right. Said that Diddy take care of people, but the prosecution want to say that's coercion. He brought up how Jane is in a house that Diddy is paying for with a child, but the prosecution want to say, oh, because I'm paying your rent is coercion. Okay? He said, and then he joked about how, now Mr. Agnafilo is funny as hell, y'all. He is funny. He's very theatrical. He cracked a lot of jokes at the prosecution. Like, they was sitting up there like, they was really looking embarrassing, okay? He talked about how the feds, oh, we got Astroglide, y'all. We got baby all. Get the warrant. Lock him up. Lock him up. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be a prosecution. Don't leave. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that shit in the Medea's family reunion when they was getting ready to get married and they canceled the wedding and the ladies and gentlemen, come back. There will be a wedding. There will be a wedding. So he was up there. He wasn't doing it like that, but the way he was doing it was like, oh my gosh, oh, it's baby, or oh, it's Astronaut. You see all the lube in Walmart. But he made it seem like that the prosecution thought they had a case, that this was a crime, that they found all this baby oil. What the hell he got all that baby oil? I don't have all that baby oil, so let's search his shit. So he said, wherever you go with your girlfriends is a racketeering in a crime scene, which is what the prosecutors did. So basically he was trying to say, this was Diddy and his girlfriends, okay? This was Diddy. Oh, and he drugged Cassie. I mean, he talked about her like a dog. I mean, Lord have mercy. He said nobody called 911. Nobody called the feds. He said they all called them crooked ass lawyers like Tony Busby. He didn't say Tony Busby's name, but I'm just saying. He said they didn't call the police. They didn't go to the feds. He said they called silver lawyers because all they want is money, baby. Money, baby. He said this is about money, okay? He said Cassie Ventura sued Diddy for $30 million because he had $30 million. That's why she sued him, because he had the $30 million, okay? Not because of a crime, but because of money, okay? He said none of this is RICO or sex trafficking. Ooh, that almost hit me in the head. The prosecution said, stop talking about me, okay? So then he gave us a list of reasons. I didn't never get number 5 because, he was really going fast. He was really talking in circles a little bit, but he was going fast. But he talked about what this case was about. And then he talked about how the word love was spoken 801 times in the trial. He talked about 5 things this case is all about: love, jealousy, infidelity, and money. And I didn't get the 5th one, okay? Because I had to step out. No, I didn't get the 5th one because I don't think he said it at the time. Then he went on. He said he said Sean Diddy Combs, they take responsibility for the domestic violence. He said, but Diddy wasn't charged with that because Diddy would have pleaded guilty because that's what he did. Okay. All right, y'all. If there are kids that's part of this case, the prosecution should have pulled them out, brought them out. I have not seen nothing about no kids. I can't sit up here and make any allegations. Y'all, come on, thumbs up the video, please. Come on, y'all, get us in the algorithm. Okay, next time I'm gonna be on the scene first. Okay, don't worry about it because I'm going to all the other trials. I think we're gonna do the we'll talk about that later. But anyways, he talked about how Cassie brought up a post after the lawsuit thanking people for the love and support, and how she made all of this about that it was about domestic violence. And Mr. Adnafilo said that Cassie could have said anything. She could have said this was anything. This was, oh, too much baby oil or too much Astroglide or too many free calls. But that's not what she told the world. He said she told the world in the Instagram post that it was domestic violence was the issue. Domestic violence was the issue, not a freak off, not how she was getting fucked in and fucked out. No. And people don't understand. You do know that there are people in relationships who like to watch their girl have sex by other people. I mean, it's fetishes and weird shit. Okay. Now, he said she could have said a lot of things, but she did not. Okay. He said that Sean Combs and Cassie had a relationship and they were in love. But she had a BF, but she wanted Diddy, okay? So she had to find a way to sneak off and play around with Sean Diddy Combs. He said they both were in a loving relationship, okay? He said that Cassie made an adult choice, that Cassie left when she did, like she could have always left. He said there was times things were good and there was times things were bad, like normal relationships. You know what I'm saying? We call them swingers. Yeah. He said their issues come only when it was. He said their issues came only when it was jealousy and infidelity. He said you won't find any text messages where Cassie says she didn't like the sex life of anything. Okay. When it came to sex, you can call them swingers, is what Mr. Anafilo told the jurors. He said this has their life. She's a woman who wanted sex. Wait. He said this was their life. She's a woman who wanted sex. She should. She's beautiful. Good for her. I mean, everybody was laughing in the courtroom, y'all. So then he talked about this Kid Cudi stuff, um, and how she played him and Diddy. Okay. He talked about how Cassie lied to Diddy over and over. Um, and about her being in a relationship with another singer and songwriter or whatever. He talked about how Cassie was not afraid of Diddy, okay? He talked about how she had a burner phone. He talked about how, she had a hotel room for a freak off and a hotel room for a burner phone just so she could talk to these niggas, okay? He went up in December 2011. He brought up how Cassie had two rooms, like I just said, one for the freak off and one for the burner phone. He said, had Diddy not went through her phone, Cassie would not have told him that she was talking to another man. Oh, sound like I thought to me. Sound like some regular relationship shit type to me. Okay? Says she wanted to get, then he went on to racketeering conspiracy and how he talked about Capricorn Clark and this was so good. The 2004 kidnapping and the 2011 kidnapping. Y'all, let me tell you something. I don't know. This case is really, really interesting. But I'm going to tell you something. Everything Mr. Adnafilo is saying, I already said it. I already told y'all. This is all this shit is, okay? Okay. He talked about, he expounded on one point where he was like, when Capricorn Clark was testifying and she kept saying she wanted to get her life back. And he said, I kept wondering why she kept saying she wanted to get her life back. Why she kept saying she wanted to get her life back. He said that, hold on. Asked her why she keeps saying that, talked about her parents' past, but she said that the relationship was super platonic, was their relationship, but it was more than what she wanted. Says that she's a little out there. I took that as Capricorn Clark is cuckoo for Coco. Talked about how she had the biggest crush on Diddy. She told him that they misused their chemistry, okay? And he said that's when it clicked to him that she wanted Diddy back. He was basically saying she was referring to Diddy. She want that Diddy love back, okay? Then he talked about how she had. Now this is the good part. Remember when Capricorn Clark was saying that she was taken to this abandoned building and she was locked up? Okay, boom. And some of this stuff the prosecution did not pull out, and of course they're not gonna pull it out because their job is to make everything. You know what I'm saying? So he talked about the 2004 kidnapping, how there was jury in her backpack, but the jury was gone, and said that she called 1440 and said, now this was her idea to lock everybody up and search them. Okay, Mr. Agnafilo said that it was Capricorn Clark's idea to do that. He talked about how the polygraph test lasted all day for about 5 days. But what the prosecution did not tell you jurors is that they went home every day. But because the prosecution made it seem like that that she was locked in there and, she was just stuck there for 5 days, but she went home every day. Okay? And he said that she went back and she did it because she wanted to get it over with and get back to her job. But when Diddy gets charged, it's all this, I was locked up. And so he brought up a good point to the juror. He said, jurors, he said, you come in this courtroom every single day, all day. Did we kidnap you? I said, that was a good one. That was a good one. So again, brought up how the jury is in trial every day, but go home and ask if they felt like they was kidnapped. And they probably do feel like they kidnapped, but just because you in jury trial and you feel like you can't do nothing because you serving jury don't mean that you can go and press charges for somebody kidnapped. Okay? But it was her idea to search everybody. Okay? He said Diddy had nothing to do with the polygraph test. He was running his businesses. Do you think he really cares about if Capricorn Clark passed the test or not, or if he, if he was paying attention to all of that stuff that was going on? Somebody else had it going on. Okay. He brought up how witnesses said that he brought up how one witness said that he took 2 tests and he wasn't kidnapped. Okay. Mr. Anafilo told the jury that they have the right to ask, why are they doing this to Diddy? Why is the prosecution doing this to Diddy? Why are they charging him with kidnapping and they went home every day? That's what he said to the jury. He said, you have the right, jury, to ask yourself, why are they doing this to the jury? I mean, he was literally like embarrassing the prosecution in their faces. Like, what? You mean to tell me that you suggested the polygraph test and you was going home every day and you say you was kidnapped? He really expressed that. Let me see. Talk about how Diddy gonna see. Let's see what's going. Oh, then he talked about how Diddy went through Cassie's burner phone and saw the messages between Cassie and Capricorn Clark talking about Kid Cudi or whatever, and what they had going on. He said Capricorn claims Capricorn Clark. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to read my handwriting because I was writing so fast. Capricorn Clark was waiting for Diddy at 5:30 a.m. Oh, he made a joke. Listen, that's what it is. He made a funny joke. He made a funny joke about Capricorn Clark. He was laughing it was joking at the point that she was like, Diddy came over at 5:30 in the morning or whatever. And he was like, yeah, you know how many years she's probably been waiting for Diddy to come over at 5:30 in the morning, but said that Diddy didn't have a gun. It was more like, and it's, how when your boyfriend or somebody find out that you cheating or whatever, they like, man, I'm gonna go pull up at this nigga house. I'm going to pull the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? We finna, if you talk, you know what I'm saying? And then you really can't be mad at them. You got to be mad at your peoples. But then some people be knowing that you be in a relationship and who you dating, they need to be slapped too, because you know that's mine. So why you even playing with me like that? You know what I'm saying? And he tried to say that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? There was no gun. Diddy did not have a gun. He talked about how police officers in the street and how Diddy would have to walk out with a gun and do all of this stuff and didn't nobody get called. He talked about how Kid Cudi said it wasn't no gun. It wasn't no gun. It was a story that old girl made up. Okay. Somebody said life be life, and they were broken up for years after the abuse, and she stayed with him years after the abuse. So I don't feel sorry. Good one. Diddy is on his way to the big house, and I'm not talking about a mansion. She's not wrong for loving that man, but she's wrong for being part of this conspiracy to bring him down. And then all his baby mamas and stuff, all his kids, everybody in the courtroom supporting Diddy, like all his kids' baby mama. They was here yesterday too. Um, um, And then he brought up the point that Capricorn Clark would not have stayed had Diddy pulled a gun on her. You get what I'm saying? And that's for real. He really stressed that point. Like, yo, who really plays with a gun? Like, if somebody pulled a gun on you, you would remember that. Is what he was telling the jury. Like, she would not have stayed if Diddy pulled a gun. Like, who gonna stay at a job if somebody pulled a gun? He asked the jury. He was like, why would you go back to a job where you just got a gun pulled out on you? You get what I'm saying? He really made his argument, because I had to leave at 12 to go to freaking Verizon because my phone was acting up and I had to get on the city bike and ride over there. That's why I was live earlier, but the representatives were calling me back, so I had to get off live, so I couldn't go live to talk to y'all. But he talked about how Capricorn Clark would not have stayed if Diddy put a gun on her. Excuse me. Y'all, I'm getting sick up here in New York. I got to go home. Capricorn said she wanted to warn Cassie and Cudi, basically saying that I gave Diddy your address and all that stuff. Let me see. Said Combs didn't have a gun. Brought up how people would remember if somebody had a gun. Talked about there was no car chase. How Cudi said there was no car chase. Talked about how Capricorn Clark said she called Lauren London because she wanted to to run away, but she was afraid, claiming I don't remember, but he said that my handwriting is a little sloppy right now. He brought up about Lauren London and how Capricorn Clark called Lauren London and said she wanted to run away or some shit like that. Says he believed Combs He believed Combs came at 5:30 a.m. and they had been there for 2 hours before they left. Okay, so it wasn't like Combs came and get out, Capricorn, get your ass in this. It wasn't nothing like that. Okay, he said instead of suing, she wanted to go. He told the jury about how she just brought up this story about this gun. Um, and then he talked about how the fingerprints and evidence says Diddy didn't have anything to do with blowing up the Porsche. Nothing. Diddy didn't have anything to do with it. He said two things were in the Porsche. Talked about how Kid Cudi kept his car clean. Both basically said it was a Molotov cocktail and a glove. He said that the Fed's investigation was terrible. Brought up the text. Oh, remember that? Okay, this is one. Remember, I don't know if I told y'all that, but remember I was telling y'all that the prosecution had stated that that Diddy was gonna blow up Kid Cudi's car when he was out of town or whatever, and the prosecution had put up a text message. Well, Mr. Agnifilo put that same message up there, but it wasn't about blowing up a car. It was about Diddy going to harm Kid Cudi and Cassie. Okay. Okay. Uh, then he talked about the bribery. He said that they wasn't. He said they wasn't trying to hide video because of the police. Um, he said that it was all not wanting the bad publicity to get out. Bring up how Cassie didn't want the police called. Nobody wanted to call the police. It was all about publicity. So when you hear the story about that video of Diddy trying to get rid of the video, he said it was all about them not trying to get it out there for bad publicity. He said he just didn't want the public to know. They weren't worried about the police because it was a misdemeanor under state law. Okay. Um, Wait. Oh, excuse me. He also said that it cannot be bribery because no police was called, and I kind of agree with that. Like, because let me just say this: people do it to me all the time. I get stories on people, and I reach out to get their side of the stories, and they try to pay me off. They like, Gerald, I'll give you this $1,500 not to write this story on me, $1,200 not to write the story on me, and I just don't do it because the last time I tried to, well, it wasn't even the last time. The last time when I got charged with that bullshit, the lawyer offered me money, and then when I didn't take it, he lied and said I did, try to ask for the money, not do the story, and it's like, that's not even me. So without the police being involved, I don't know. That's for the jury to decide, okay? Now, listen, he also talked about how the prosecution showed that Mia or that D-Rock, okay, Diddy's security inner circle, how, he reached out to Mia to try to pay Mia off. No, 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 no. It wasn't trying to pay Mia off so she wouldn't say nothing. He said, and he put up the text messages, okay? D-Rock, okay, gave Mia money because she said that she didn't have no more money in her Skrilla account. Okay, D-Rock offers Mia money because she's out of Skrillo money, not because Combs trying to pay her off. Okay, and then at the end, they talked to this. He said, "I love you, and if you ever need something, I got it. I'm not rich, but I'm not broke either. I got it." And that was the last little bit I got, and I got to catch up, and I'll bring the rest of that to y'all. All right, I'm outside because I had just got back from Verizon not too long ago, and I ran into this girl named Latoya Chantel who called Tasha K out, and we did a quick little interview, and I'm about to upload that interview, and then I'm going back up there. But I got somebody in the courtroom also taking notes for me, because the baddest blogger just cut him a little, how much you want me to charge? Take these notes while I'm going 75. All right, I got you, baby. Go and get them notes for me. So I hope they got some good notes for me. I ain't gonna leave y'all out, but those are my notes that I got. So we gonna see. I honestly, let me just say this. I think Mr. Agnifilo is doing a very good job. I think the prosecution is going to lose terribly. I don't know, but we will see. I'm just so sick of these white women who are always trying to take down black men because they broke ass husbands and families and sons. They always want to shop at our stores. They always want to do all of this stuff, but they don't want to respect us. Respect us. Take our shit off. Okay. Damn. Because I'm telling you, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna definitely go up there when I see Cassie's lawyer, because he out here, I'm going to go out here, I'm going to ask him, I'm going to say, did Cassie throw you some pussy for you to represent her? Because she been throwing pussy all over the world for years, and she want to come out here try to sue somebody. Fuck about it. And get up here. Y'all just need to stop this stuff. So we going to see what's going on, y'all. They say, oh, you took somebody else and not me. I'm taking my friend. What you mean? You're welcome. But y'all, let me just say, I give my opinions and my thoughts about stuff. Y'all already know. But, you know, it's ultimately up to the jury. I just thank God I'm not at the defense team. Boy, y'all don't even know. I know how Diddy feel. Okay? I know how he feel. I have been on that defense side, and it's not cool. You know, I'm sorry, y'all. I just had a flashback because I just thank God that the verdict that they ain't deliberating on me because I done been there, and I know how it is. Because when you get there and you ain't done shit wrong, they try to set you up and they try to take you down. It's like you can't get no way out, and all your hope. See, it's a difference. It's a difference when you trust in God. You get what I'm saying? Because no matter what you go through, he gonna see you through it. You get what I'm saying? So I always put my trust in God no matter whatever I go through. And at this point, you got to stop putting yourself in situations that's gonna land you there. And I'm not doing it no more. I already get to the point where I don't even want to call people and ask for no statement, because what they do is they go to Google and look up all this bullshit without getting the facts, and then they want to lie and say, oh, he did that to me. Bitch, I ain't do shit to you. Because all my calls are recorded when I reach out for statements, because you got to be like that. But at the end of the day, this is, you know, you don't even know if he's a rapist, okay? Stop always, that's just like if I say, y'all, somebody just hit me. Being that I'm a person with integrity, I'm not just gonna lie and say somebody gonna hit me, but you can't just believe me, but I know people will because I have integrity. And I'm not just gonna lie on somebody. But you can have somebody say somebody raped me and they ain't did shit to you. They ain't did nothing to you. It needs to be proven. You have to have proof. These prosecutors seem like nothing but Me Too people. Me Too. You can't just charge somebody and say to somebody doing this just because somebody wants you to charge somebody. Just because you like women. Just because you pro women. You can't do that. You got to protect the men too. Because men protect women and there are women that protect men. But at the end of the day, these are not victims. These are hoes, if you ask me. Period. And I said what I said. And if you think that it's taken up for a rapist, then oh well, baby, call it what you want. Get your ass under the bed, okay? So I just wanted to say that, y'all. I'm out. I'll be. They might be like, I'm not on this jury either, because I just don't feel. I don't understand how it's so many swingers out here that's doing the same thing Diddy's doing. He's not up there. You get what I'm saying? Just like Mr. Anafilo pointed out. They helped set this stuff up because they love them freak offs. They wanted these freak offs. You know what I'm saying? When you swingers and you like third people in the room, your girlfriend might be on one app, your boyfriend might be on one app. Y'all trying to find out who's trying to come and play. Look at all, you got Tinder, you got all these apps out here that people be talking about, we looking for a third bedroom play, freakily. And you don't think no people ain't paying them no money? Yes, they is giving them tips and dibs. So at the end of the day, let's stop acting like this shit is new. Like we ain't never heard this shit. I just seen somebody up there at Verizon with 6 girls falling behind her, and I'm like, damn, you take care of all them. But at the end of the day, we got to stop this shit. We just got to really stop lying on people, and we got to take responsibility. It'd be something different if this was a situation where these people were really forced, where they ain't no proof that they going to get baby oil. Why D-Rod and them couldn't go get baby oil? Why such and such couldn't go get baby oil at the times that Cassie went and got baby oil? If you want, at the times that they went and did this stuff and participated in the free calls, why couldn't other people go get it? If you want, you get what I'm saying? You went and go get it, either because you was asked and because you wanted to. So at the end of the day, y'all need to stop this bull crap. And I'm going to call you out. I'm not one of them. Because I see in my own DM, I can show you my news tip DM right now. In my own DM, I see how people lie and say, they come to me with lies about people. And they just think I'm going to print it. No, I'm not. I'm going to vet it and get the truth. And I'm going to stand with you 10 toes down. We're going to ride till the wheels fall off. And y'all already know that about me. So at the end of the day, it's real sex trafficking cases. It's real kids out here, real people locked up in sheds right now that's going on highways and byways, getting effed in and effed out and can't do nothing. They ain't got no phone. They don't eat when they want to. I mean, come on. They are being sex trafficked for real. Kids are being sold online right now to predators. And we worried about grown-ass people with baby oil and Astroglide. Come on. Come on. And because you don't get in your way, now I had you up in positions for 8 hours. Now, the money ran out, you don't get no more money. Now, I forced you to do this. Oh, now it's all I did, all of this. But you was in agreement. So to anybody else that's out there doing them freak offs, whatever you doing, get it together. Get it together, because the feds is trying. They got a 90% conviction rate, but I don't know what's going to happen with this. The jury will decide. They said that the jury will get the case on Monday. I don't know if Mr. Anafilo is still giving a closing argument, or if the state or the prosecution is doing a rebuttal, or if the judge is giving jury instructions. I got to get back in there. But at the end of the day, we got to stop this stuff that's going on out here in America. Okay? So I just want to let y'all know that I'm out here live, okay, in New York, Lower Manhattan, okay? I'm just saying. I'm going to show y'all while I'm at. See this door right, oh, you see that door right there? Oh, you can't see it. Can y'all see it? You see them gold doors right up there? That's where everybody come out at once you come out of the court, okay? So I just want to let y'all know, you know, they talking about, no, I'm just saying, you know, we just got to do better, man. We just got to do better. So I just want to come up here to give y'all an update about that. I'm about to drop that video about Tasha K. Yeah, so I'll talk to y'all in a little bit, and I'll keep y'all updated and let y'all know. I did hear that they said that jury was going to do deliberations on Monday, so that'll give them a whole week. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting it today and trying to rush for the weekend, it'll give them, you know, at least up and close into the 4th. But I don't know if the courthouse is closed Tuesday, Wednesday. It's closed the 3rd or the 4th. Well, I know it might be closed the 3rd and the 4th. We know the 4th is going to close, but we're going to try to figure it out. What's up? What's up? What's up? Look at them bombs. Bombs. Remember bombs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bomb. 5 bombs. In black people business. Again, mind your business. Okay? So anyways, I just want to come and give y'all an update on that, all right? We going on the road, y'all, and it won't be like this. Trust and believe. I'm gonna get the blog back lit, y'all. I know y'all like, damn, Gerald ain't posted no North Carolina news in years. I know, it's okay. I got y'all, baby. I'm out here working, okay? Don't pay my mind. I'm working, but we going to different trial. I think I'm gonna come back for the what's his name? Lulu, the Harris case. You know, we going on the road to cover these trials, okay? Because the people need real journalists and not some content creators that just put up their damn phone. They don't have no insurance in case they get sued. They don't know. They don't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to vet shit. All they get up there and say, if your name is Sean Diddy Holmes, going on the, you know, the news just bring anybody on TV. They don't have no credibility, lie. But watch who people bring on TV, because that lets you know who the news station, whose side they are on, okay? Watch as well as pray. I'm out, y'all. Talk to y'all in a little bit. Peace.